Hi guys, welcome to making a soup with me. So I'm trying to use up all the ingredients that I got from the raffle, but I'm going to make a random soup today. So this is my soup maker. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the ingredients I'm going to put in it, and I'm going to tell you what they are. So we've got carrots, which is speed. We've got the rest of the red cabbage, which is going to use up speed. I've got some courgette I'm going to use up, which is speed. And then I've got 4 pots of mushrooms. They are speed as well. And I've got 1 parsnip. And I've got the rest of my butternut squash to use up. So I'm only going to use 3 carrots because I don't really need that many. So I'm only going to use 3 with them. And then I've got my vegetable stock cubes I won in the raffle yesterday. So I'm going to make some soup with you guys. This time I'm going to do it a bit different to the other one I made last night. That's for lunch today. I actually made butternut squash, parsnip and pumpkin soup, and I finished the whole of that pumpkin that I got. So I made it into a soup, and then these will go in the freezer for another day. Well, I have got some Summerwell meals coming tomorrow. I'm going to be doing an Iceland shop. The soups that are in there at the moment have to be chucked out, but I'm going to see if I've got enough space to put them in the fridge. So I'm only going to do 3 lots today because obviously I need the freezer space. So we've got some courgette here, which I won last time and I didn't use it, so I'm going to use it up today. So we're going to try and use up as much speed as we can. The more speed, the more it's gonna help you to get that weight loss. So I'm just gonna cut it up into circles, stick it into my soup maker. Mine is a Salter, I think it's called. So that's that. I'm gonna cut the rest of it up. You can have this in like pastas as well. So we've got that. Then we're going to add the red cabbage because there's a lot of red cabbage left. So I'm going to use that up as well. Just going to cut that as well. Like that. In it goes. Then we need to peel. Actually, we're going to do them last. So we're going to do the butternut squash. This is massive butternut squash. Go. Hard as a rock, that one. Quite hard to break. So we're going to cut that into chunks. My knives are crap. I do need some new knives to be fair. These are crap knives. Just going to cut it into little chunks. That's going to go in there. I've got vegetable stock cubes as well to use up. So I just thought if I make myself some soup, I can have them as a lunch. I have got some today as well. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm not going to use the whole of butternut squash up because I'm going to use that another day. So I'm going to stick that back in the fridge for another day. So next, we're going to add the mushrooms. I've decided I am not going to add the carrots in because I think I've got enough speed here. So I'm going to do the mushrooms. And then I'll do my stock, which I did 4 vegetable stock cubes yesterday. But I might do 2 today because it's not going to be for a lot of people. It's only going to be for 2 days worth because I've got some soup for next week as well. And then hopefully I'll have enough space in my freezer for my Summerwell meals that I'm getting tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Let's cut them up. And then we're going to do the stock. So get rid of your board out of the way. We are going to make the stock. These out of the way. And then I'll show you how I plug it in. So I've got a jug like this. I'm going to use probably 3 or 2. I'm going to use 2 stock cubes to this one. And then you add the hot water in, and then you add it into your soup maker. And then I'll show you what one I press to make it. And then I think I'll only make 2 lots because I haven't got enough freezer space at the moment. So it's going to have to be 2. So yeah. So now I'm just going to mix the stock, and then I'm going to add it into my soup thing, and then I'm going to set it going. I'll show you. So I'm just going to add the stock into my mix. Like so. You might have to add a little bit more water. So mine is to maximum now. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put the soup maker together. So you're going to put the lid on. Lid on, there we go. Oh no, like that. And then you're just going to add the electric bit in. So now the soup maker is on. It's on, if you can see, it says chunky. You can have puree chunky or you can blend it yourself. So mine is on chunky, and then I'll blend it when it's finished just to give it a bit more of a blitz. And that is how I make my soup. So I've used loads of leftover ingredients in my fridge, including the butternut squash, which I got as a raffle prize, that I'm going to put into the fridge when it's done. I've got soup for lunch today, which is the one I made last night. And then I'll use up the rest of the butternut squash to make a few soups next week as well. And then hopefully there'll be more space in my fridge. And then I'll have more space in the freezer because I've got my Slimming World meals coming. I got my Slimming World chips in from the outside freezer, which I will show you tonight what I'm having. I'll dish up my dinner with yous. So yeah, that is how I make my soup in the soup maker. It is now making a noise, so it means it is working. So yeah, that is my soup all done in the soup maker. Obviously, you let it cool before you put it in the fridge. Do never put it in when it's really hot. But yeah, so that is it. Have a smashing Wednesday, guys.